I've been teaching guitar for almost 20 years now, and there have been a lot of students that have switched over from the acoustic to the electric guitar. And here's some things to watch out for when you're switching, because even though it is technically the same instrument, you play it differently. And I'm not just pointing fingers here. These are some of the mistakes that I made when I switched over from the acoustic to the electric guitar. So there, now we can all learn together.
Excellent!
The first mistake is strumming your electric guitar like your acoustic guitar. That's too much. Why is that too much? Well, when you're playing open strings and open chords on the acoustic guitar, it sounds great. But whenever you add the distortion, it feels like there's just a loss of control over what you're playing, especially when you have those open strings. That's why if you're playing an electric guitar and you have some distortion, one, see if you can just pull that crunch down a little bit more, and two, try to see if you can play just a little bit more simply. You can strum with open strings, but then I would say pick some strings in between, see how you can fill the space rather than just be super loud. That brings me to the next mistake that I see a lot of acoustic guitars switching over to the electric guitar, is that they only think about their open chords. So instead of this open G, like this, with a C add 9, D, that's great for the acoustic guitar, start with your power chords. Can't go wrong there. It's basically like every Green Day song ever, with all of your power chords. Then from there, start learning your triads and how we're okay, let me start over. Learn your triads and learn where the root note is, because then you can move that up and down the fretboard, and then you have so many more options. You actually know a lot of triads right now. It's just that you know them in the open shape. It's basically the caged chord system, if you haven't heard of that before. Taking your open chords and you can move them up. You have to do some rearranging sometimes with your fingers in order to create a new chord. So it just opens up a whole new world. Let's have an example of what this caged chord system looks like with the E chord. So you have an E like this. If you move it over a half step, then you get an F chord. But with all these open strings, it doesn't work. So you have to bar, and then you have a barred F chord. You see that E shape like that? Now you can take this shape, make it even smaller, and then this is where this F chord comes in, or I've seen F played this way. You have this F here, but when you move up, there's a G, there's an A. If you learn those mini shapes, it becomes so much easier to have options than rather just sticking down here in first position.
I think it's time we started our new class project.
A science project?
No, it's called Rock Band.
The third mistake is that people don't really learn what their guitar can do. For example, what kind of pickups do you have? You have your switch right here that switches the pickup. What kind of tone does it make? Both? There's a lot that you can do with the gear that you have. It's just learn what it does. The fourth mistake is one that I did when I switched over from acoustic to electric, and that I was using my acoustic muscles for my electric guitar. If you end up squeezing too hard, you end up bending your strings out of tune, even if your guitar is in tune. And I feel like the electric guitar really amplifies all of your mistakes.
Wild Stallions!
Which brings me to the last one, not learning how to mute or control the neighboring strings. There's only 2 strings that I'm actually playing. The rest are muted. All right, it looks like I'm playing like a full power chord or something like that, but really what's happening is that the tip of my index finger, it's only pushing down on the A string. You see this part of my finger? It's actually bumping. It's lightly touching the E string, so it mutes it. The rest of my finger is laying gently across the strings so that I mute them. Then my ring finger, it's going to be placed right here. That is going to be the other string that's sounding out. So then you get a really good crisp octave. Right there, because if I left it open, Yeah, that's too much. Learning how to mute appropriately is really going to help you just control your tone and then just eliminate all the rumbly bumbly mess. Well, let me know if you have any tips down in the comment section below of some things that you would like to avoid, because there were only 5 that I mentioned. There's quite a bit down here, but if you have some personal experience or experience teaching, then leave that in the comment section below. I love how YouTube is a great community and we can just, share our thoughts. Okay, have a great day and remember you are loved. Bye.